Scottsboro City Council Monday, October 24th order. Invocation given by Mr. Cameron and pledge of allegiance to and myself.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we give you thanks and praise for your great goodness towards us. We ask you to be with the mayor and council as they go about public business this evening. Lead, guide, and direct them in all that they do. We also, Lord, give you thanks and praise for those people who have served the city and who are about to commence serving the city. Be with them always. Be with our families and our friends and our neighbors. These things we ask in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Phillips, will you do the roll call, please?
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Wallingsford?
Here.
Mr. Gary Stewart?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Patrick Stewart?
Here. We'll go to adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda? So moved. Got a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Now we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Go to item number 3, approval of previous minutes from October 10th and also October 11th, 2016. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Now we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. There is no old business, so we'll go to new business. The first item is to present certificates of election. The only one we have here tonight is Mr. Robin Shelton, so if you will, you come up right. Robin. This certificate says, "This is to advise you that the City Council of the City of Scottsboro, Alabama has heretofore declared that you were duly elected to the office of mayor of the City of Scottsboro at the municipal runoff election held in and for the City of Scottsboro on the 4th day of October 2016, and this is your official certificate of election to such office." Congratulations. Next item is to consider a resolution for the Scottsboro Electric Power Board to reincorporate its corporate existence in anticipation of the issuance of bonded indebtedness. Mr. Porter.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and City Council. From the Power Board standpoint, this is sort of an administrative matter, cleanup, a little housekeeping matter. As the notice on the agenda says, the Power Board is anticipating issuing some bonds, and bond counsel in Birmingham says we need to do some things to get that done, and so that they can pass off on it. One of them is, you probably know that the Scottsboro Electric Power Board, the Electric Power Board of the City of Scottsboro, was incorporated in 1954, a long time ago, 62 years exactly. Since that time, there have been a number of amendments to that certificate. The biggest one came in 1991 when the council approved the amendment for the Power Board to go into telecommunication business. There have been some others during the years, and so bond counsel has just basically said, we would prefer before we issue these bonds, or let's get all this in order, get it in one document, one thing, so we can look at one document and say, okay, these are authorized to issue. So that's really what it does. It would authorize, if you adopt this resolution, it will authorize the current members of the Scottsboro Electric Power Board to reincorporate as the Electric Power Board of the City of Scottsboro. Basically, continuance of existence. The resolution provides for the reappointment of the same board members for the same term they're already serving, so there won't be any extension of those terms or anything of that nature. It's all the same. So Other than a reincorporation, nobody will see any difference. But our bond lawyer will say, you're good to go now. And so that's what we really need to do, and sort of apologize for the hurry-up nature of getting this done, but we're told if we don't get it done now, then we won't be able to get the bonds issued in this calendar year, which means interest rates will change, and we won't get as good a deal as we have been promised we're going to get now. And so that's really what this is all about. Nobody will know any significant difference in anything that goes on. It'll continue business as usual. We just have a reincorporation. So I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have any, or else Mr. Kimber can answer them for me. So if you've got any questions, I'll be glad to answer them for you.
Mr. President, I've reviewed the documents that Mr. Porter has prepared. I've also reviewed the statutes and the various incorporations of the Scottsboro Power Board over the last 62 years. I think Mr. Porter has described the situation exactly as it is. This is something to please stocking lawyers and Birmingham.
Any other questions? Thank you, Mr. Porter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Porter. Do I have a motion to consider a resolution for the Scottsboro Electric Power Board to reincorporate its corporate existence in anticipation of the issuance of bonded indebtedness?
I make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll do a roll call vote. Ms. Phillips?
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Wallingford?
Yes.
Mr. Gary Stewart?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Patrick Stewart?
Yes.
I believe Ms. Phillips may have the documents ready to be signed before you all leave tonight.
Go to item number 3, consider the engineering proposal for Goose Pond Trail extension. We covered this in our work session last week. Do I have a motion to consider the engineering proposal for Goose Pond Trail extension?
Make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Not a vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. So item number 4, consider engineering proposal for downtown square project. Covered that in last week's work session as well. Do I have a motion to consider the engineering proposal for downtown square project?
I make that.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not a vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Next item is consider approval of 90% of the 2016-2017 budget. And that would be $18,921,064. So that being said, do I have a motion to consider approval of 90% of the 2017 budget of $18,921,064?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not a vote, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. I want to thank y'all for working on that as hard as we did. We'll go to reports. Mayor,
I don't have anything.
Mr. Wallingford.
I'd just like to express my appreciation to the council for all the work that they put into the budget. It was a lot of discussion and wish we had more to work with, but I think we have a good budget. The most important part is we got it to a point of being balanced. So I appreciate everybody's work on that. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Mr. Smith.
I don't have it.
Mr. Gary Stewart.
I don't have anything.
Mr. Miller.
I don't have anything.
I have a couple of things. The first one is we will not meet next week on Monday, it'll be the 31st, so that'll be the 5th Monday, so we will not meet. There will be an organizational meeting at noon here at City Hall on October the 7th. There will be a prayer breakfast at 9 a.m. and a swearing in at the United Methodist Fellowship Hall. November the 7th, thank you. Not October 7th. So you can be there. Thank you, Margaret, for pointing that out. I think it did sound right when I said it. So again, the organizational meeting here at noon on November the 7th, and then the prayer and swearing in at the Fellowship Hall at the United Methodist Church at 9 a.m., starting at 9 a.m. on November the 7th as well. A couple other things. This will be Mayor Milton Potter's last meeting with us. So I want to just thank him for the leadership that he showed over the past 4 years that I've been on council. Appreciate what he's done, servicing the citizens of Scottsboro, and helping us move forward. And I believe that he's set a pretty good standard for Robin to come in and take charge. So appreciate what you've done for us. The other one is Brent Miller, and I just want to thank you for everything you've done. I was talking to Tony a couple of weeks ago about the void that we're going to have with you leaving us on the council, and the shoes that are going to be filled there, and with everything that you've done for the downtown Scottsboro area, and all the other intangibles that you can put a finger on. The batting cages, for one, that you raised a lot of money for that. But the council as a whole has really been really good with your leadership, and we'll miss you. I know the other council members will too. Thank you. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.